unilaterally.
Well, with me now is Mo Ibrahim, Sudanese businessman and chair of the Mo Ibrahim Foundation. Thanks for taking time to talk to us on Focus on Africa. A lot has happened so much since December in Sudan. We had protests, we had sit-ins, we had the ouster of President Omar al-Bashir, and that now we look like we have a stalemate of some kind. Did you ever imagine at all that Omar al-Bashir would be removed from office that way?
It was inevitable that he would be removed. Each dictator has a shelf life. They can rule 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30 years in the case of Bashir, who cleverly managed to keep himself in power with playing all kinds of games. But at the end, the country needs to move forward. Really.
You were not surprised that it was a military coup, that it had to take a military coup to get him out of power?
That is expected scenario, usually, is a palace coup to get rid of the, you throw him under the bus and you hope that the demonstrators will go back home and we carry on as usual. But people want civilian rule. This is our normal aspiration. We need to become a normal country. We need to be accepted back into the league of decent nations, law-abiding nations. We need to have that transfer of power.
The protesters are defiant, the revolution movement is still defiant, but we all know who's holding the gun right now.
Well, as David Belling said in the FT, Financial Times, the other day, it is a bad time for Democrats who don't carry guns. And that is a shame. Sudanese people will not rest. They want democracy and civilian rule. That is normal. That's how countries ought to be run. Now, the military council claimed from day one that they there only to transfer power to civilians. Are they serious? Why did they just do it? Why wasting time?
So how would you suggest they navigate this? How should they go about this? Because obviously there appears to be a standoff and things are happening. You've seen the heads of the military council moving from country to country, Egypt, Eritrea, today Chad.
Of course, lobbying hard, but African Union has a clear position there. The military council has to the end of June to hand power to civilians. What we see now is that an attempt to waste time. What is it? Why aren't we able to move forward? We had enough mediation now from well-meaning people, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, the African Union, IGAD, the Friends of Europe, and it's the same scenario, transfer power to civilian rule. The TMC never denied, never said no. And if they are serious, they need then to engage in really constructive discussion to see how we do this. And what we need is moderation in all sides, because this is a crucial time. If we fail to do this, then Sudan will be in trouble for a long time, and if Sudan is in trouble, the whole region will be in trouble.
All right, Mo, you are a very influential businessman.
I'm not sure, but anyway.
Many people regard you as that. Where do you see yourself? What role do you see yourself playing within the whole context of what's going on in Sudan?
Yeah, I'm talking to everybody, and I'm urging really moderation and to move forward. Let us stop all this talk about 7 plus 7 plus 1. Sorry?
Are you talking to all parties?
Most of the parties will talk to me. I take calls. And whoever willing to call me and discuss, I'm happy to discuss with them. And I haven't received any call for the TMC, but that's another issue. What we really need is to have a constructive discussion leading to civilian rule. And we need to have reasonable moderation, because we need to move. Sudan has, and if the generals stay in power, then what? Nobody will help Sudan get out of their mess now. We have $50 billion of debt. That debt needs to be cancelled. It will not be cancelled if we have a military rule. Sudan will not be admitted back into the community of decent nations unless it has a civilian rule. So we need to have a civilian rule.
Okay.
We need to be reasonable and inclusive and move forward.
All right, Mo Ibrahim, thank you very much indeed for taking time to
Thank
talk
you.
to us on Focus on Africa.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.